Buenas, señores. Voy a empezar un jueguito de terror. A ver qué tal. Me imagino que me mole. Vamos a ver qué tal. Los primeros pasos. Y venga, vamos a ver. A ver que no hay ningún... Bueno, espero que esté en español, supongo que sí. Digo yo que sí, si no, vaya cuento. Música misteriosa. Nombre del perfil. Vale. Nombre del perfil. Esto da igual lo que pongas, ¿no? Vale, mira, ya está en español todo guapo. Inglés y ruso. Bueno, pues va. Bajar un poco el volumen. Perfiles, ¿vale? Info, ¿esto qué es? Créditos. Vale. Pues nada, vamos allá. Historia, la dificultad más sencilla y relajante para que no quiera pusieras. Viaje, dificultad media. No sé qué escoger, la verdad, porque tampoco quiero estar 1000 horas, ¿eh? Debería escoger la clásica, realmente, pero más detalles, a ver. A ver. Venga, clásica, tío. A tomar por culo.
1971. We woke up in a different world, where the Cold War ended along with the Vietnam carnage. All because of the Dome.
La
The
cúpula.
Dome. A territory full of anomalous artifacts, phenomena, and organisms. We still don't know what it is. An alien city? Some kind of a testing ground or storage?
Vaya.
Whatever it is, no living thing trapped under the dome can escape it. Yet even this did not stop the research. The major powers created the Cronus Mega Corporation to develop and explore the dome. Its secrets became a lucrative business. The Spires station was built on top of the dome to export the artifacts and import supplies and personnel. The city of Crystal Sands grew at the foot of the dome, eventually becoming a major transportation hub. All this required thousands of employees, and there was no shortage of candidates. Romantics, pragmatists, and adventurers of all trades swarmed recruiting centers around the globe, seeking jobs at Cronus. You were one of those people. In 1976, your application was approved, and you went under the dome towards the future. Whether a good one or a bad one, only time
Wow.
will tell.
A empezar la creación de personaje, entiendo, ¿no? Vale. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Vamos a hacer un fulano. Ah, de 0. Edad 47, no, edad 24. Obviamente. 24, vamos, aquí ya la China popular. Bien. Vamos. Edad 24, género paisano. Tipo de cuerpo hombre. Tipo de cabeza sí, joder. A ver, europeo. Joder. Joder. ¿Qué cojones es este color destacado, tío? No veo diferencia, la verdad. Vale. Nombre. A ver. Alas de Cronos. Ala plateada. Ala negra son militares. Los del ala plateada entiendo que eran como recursos humanos o similar. Cosas relacionadas con personal. Ala negra militar. A la naranja es como un agente de integrado social. Ajá. Una especie de pícaro, ¿no? Ladrón. Que abre... Bueno, puede robar. Vale. A la blanca. Científico. Aquí. Inteligencia. La verdad que no sé, tío. Qué responsabilidad. Al azul. Me mola este, pero también me mola el militar. Claro, tampoco sé los compañeros que voy a tener a futuro. No sé qué juego había sido, no sé si el Pillars of Eternity hizo un tipo de personaje que luego un compañero era justo la misma clase, no me acuerdo cuál es. Una especie de mago de batalla o similar. No sé. A ver si dice algo por aquí. Sí, bueno, eso está claro. Puntuación iniciales. A ver. Son unos raritos. Carisma 2. Perdón. Me decía carisma por 2. Armas cuerpo a cuerpo, armas pesadas y pilotaje. Este me parece... esta no me disgusta. Y este tampoco, lo que pasa que claro, las armas estas de alta tecnología, si las hay al principio del juego o no, eso no lo sé. A ver. Tecnología. No sé, la verdad. No sé si mirar alguna... A ver dónde está eso. Voy a poner aquí el navegador interno de puta madre, ¿no? Voy a buscar compañeros. Vale. Buscar compañeros. Buah, te los logro. Nada. No. Bueno, nada. Algo habrá, digo yo. Pero... Companions. Hay 6 compañeros. Vale, médico hacker. Vale, hay uno aquí que es... No sé cuántos podrás llevar a la vez, además. Puede que 1, 2, 3, 4, yo todos. Todos me parecen mucho. Una cría. Esto es a melee. O sea que... Es iónico, nada, más o menos. Tienen parecido. O sea, tu compañero sí que cubres todo el rango. Así que bueno. Vamos a coger el primero. Puntos de competencia por nivel. Muy interesante. Turística. Vale. Inteligencia 3. Joder. Esto es fatal, ¿eh? 5 de carisma. Vale, percepción no está mal. Me ha sido Pero dices el mínimo, tío. A uno tampoco quiero tener nada a uno, no jodas. Puntos de salud 31. Daño cuerpo a cuerpo 0, chaval. $80 más 20, 100. Vale. Vale. Vale, puedo marcar 3 competencias, entonces... Combate aplicado. Me sube 30. Armas ligeras, armas pesadas. Bueno, combate cuerpo a cuerpo da la risa. Vale. Carisma por 2. Voy a poner las armas ligeras porque si no estoy jodido. Y pondré también aparatos iónica. Es que joder, seguro que hay otros iónicos. Medicina. Vale. Rasgos. Mira que bajo. Tío. Se va. Mira qué rico está. Madre mía. Señor oscuro. Atributos, aprendizaje menos RTB. Mech. Joder. Servocoraza, Cuidado. Nada, que den por culo los rasgos. Lo que la cara no se puede cambiar, sí, me parece a mí. Vale. ¿Que tengo 3 todavía? Ah, sí. Un poco más de músculo, hombre. Pericia. Carisma 7. Así se queda. Miraos. Ah, se puede jugar con mando, sí. A ver, ¿cómo se juega con mando esto? Madre mía, todo lo que me están mandando ahí.
A man with a mustache and a blue jumpsuit is standing at the window, studying the construction site below through the occasional break in the clouds. The blue taps on the glass with one finger and gestures you to come and take a look. Using sign language, mimicry, and all of your artistic talent, you're able to communicate with the planner. Once he's sure you're watching, Patanin points up in the direction of Spires. He sketches the outline of the station on a broad, foggy... Once he's finished, The blue turns to you with a delighted expression. The blue begins to mark up his diagram with a series of footnotes and numbers. Turns out the station's ring diameter is a bit... With a series of confident strokes, the planner delineates the capsule's movement scheme, drivetrain, and massive hydraulic brakes. This time, Igor is quite laconic. He pauses, then confidently writes cargo and personnel. Beside it, he writes relics and draws an arrow pointing up. His R is turned back to front. The engineer stops you with a gesture, and after rummaging through his pockets, offers you a small candy. There is a it's surprisingly spongy and tooth-achingly sweet. You can only wonder what it has to do with crayfish.
Vale.
A tall woman is watching an ad playing on the monitor, arms crossed. The polished, she glances at you and offers her hand in a businesslike manner.
Greetings. Please take all necessary precautions. By that I mean, don't turn your back on him.
Elsa nods at the orange. Elsa's eyes spark angrily.
Are you saying you will take full responsibility for the possible consequences of that order? Was that a nod? Does that mean yes?
Bruja. Ahora son enfado, ¿no?
Olafson watches you stead. Olafson eyes your silvery jumpsuit and snorts. Her gaze shifts to the silver standing opposite and then back to...
Enfadosa.
The orange is dressed in a new jumpsuit. The shiny badge on his chest reads Quentin Bisley, laborer. He's side-eyeing the screen skeptically. Despite his tired, grim expression, his gaze, the orange's face stretches into a broad smile, bearing his dentures to the world.
Like everyone, duh. In a black car, under guard. There's other guys too, the ones who go through the front door.
He nods at the black-winged woman beside him. Her nose wrinkles in displeasure, but she says nothing.
Muy bien.
A guy wearing
Madre mía, menudo. Da tiempo a hablar, Esta sesión.
Monty James, Silverwing.
He glances down at your badge.
Ah, it's you. When I had the opportunity to look over the files of my future colleagues, I couldn't resist. I don't want to sound boastful, but silver level clearance has its advantages.
Monty winks. James spreads his arms regretfully.
You misunderstood. I don't carry the physical copies with me, but I did get...
Monty presses his plump hands to his chest, as if in prayer.
Tamako Kimura from Osaka, a physiologist. She's young, but already has a...
James moves so close, his lips are all but brushing your ear.
Just between you, me, and that lamppost, Kimura has an older sister, Ayaki. She's currently in jail, and Tamako herself spent 2 years in prison, but that is strictly classified.
The silver smiles and pats the blue on the shoulder. As the man turns to him, Monty raises his fist in some kind of a weird salute.
Gagarin, Sputnik, Cosmos, Mir, Druzhba, Krasin, SSSR,
he says in Russian. The blue's mustache twitches and his face wrinkles with a beaming smile.
Comrade Vatanen is from the Soviet Union. He's a highly qualified construction engineer. Took part in planning the Spire. He's no spy. Supposedly.
Monty explains, turning to you.
Elsa Olafson, police captain, City of Stockholm. Former captain, to be precise. Dismissed from service because of a conflicting article. Yeah, conflicting. Let's call it that.
The silver says, tones.
Chivato este.
The black gives him an unpleasant look, but says nothing.
This is,
Monty adjusts his glasses and peers closely at the orange's badge.
Ah, Quentin Bisley. Grand Theft Auto 3 times and 1 B&E. He was about to go down for 12 years, so he filed for the Clean Slate program. And look at that. They accepted him right away.
The Silver shakes his head in disapproval and perplexity.
Sorry, classified.
Monty laughs.
Vale.
He's plainly flattered by your question.
Harvard. Then I worked in the economics department at Supercolor. They produced a special television model for commuter buses. Did you know that? That was my research. What else? Well, I like sports. Water aerobics is a sport, isn't it? I don't smoke and never eat after 6 p.m. Just saying, these kinds of things aren't in the file.
So saying, Monty abruptly falls silent.
Vale, me queda solo esta tipa. Tomoko Kimura.
The thin, pale young woman is sitting at the window, leaning against the illuminator. The glass is slightly...
We've crossed the border. No way back now. Even traveling by the funicular wasn't so... thrilling.
The white...
You were thinking, why have no children been born under the dome? I've got a working hypothesis, but I'm not ready to share it yet.
She says softly, as if answering a question you didn't ask. Kimura peers through the glass in the direction you indicate.
Oh, that's the aircraft that crashed into the dome during the first
Vaya
expedition.
liada.
I believe that's a wing fragment, and there's some white canvas. What do you think that is? Maybe a parachute?
Parachute. Pues maybe.
The white shakes her head, bewildered.
I just can't believe it. It's all true.
Kimura shoots you a surprised look.
You're familiar with the details of the briefing, right? To put it simply, the dome is a selectively permeable environment.
The white draws an invisible hemisphere in the air.
Inorganic objects may exit the dome without difficulty, but any living creature dies if transported back to the outside world. That's why we're all stuck here for an indefinite period of time.
Kimura is eyeing the dome's mesh, glittering in the sunlight.
Supposedly, it's something to do with the atmospheric composition, but it's a weak theory. The difference of the air within the dome is so insignificant.
She shoots a quick glance at the silver and lowers her voice.
I heard a rumor, or a conspiracy theory, that we...
Vale. Muy bien.
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches. It looks brown-black through the tinted glass and smoky blue at the horizon. You can discern the regular pattern of a settlement in the mists hanging over the northern section. If this is the city, it's nowhere near as miraculous as the brochure. Just a few concrete buildings surrounded by sheds. It resembles the hab pods of a space colony in a sci-fi film. Yet, the scale is impressive. In only 5 years, a small civilization has arisen from these bleak sands to tackle mankind's greatest project. The blues and oranges did their share of the physical labor, but the main credit belongs to the... Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain. The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. Clearly no ordinary weather phenomenon. It must be one of those anomalies. You freeze by the window. The outlines of the landing site, blurred by clouds of dust, appear behind the greenish glass of the porthole.
Mira para ello. No jodas. Está complicado esto, ¿eh?
Come here. Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi. Scientific.
Look over there.
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you his field binoculars. You raise the binoculars to your eyes. Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Nuzzi bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a... I don't know.
Ludovico laughs unnervingly and snatches the binoculars from your hands. With the binoculars raised to his eyes, he minutely adjusts the focus.
It's a massive whirlwind north of Concord.
The scientist looks blankly at you, then down at his lab coat.
Ah, this? This?
He lets out a blare. Ludovico points at the building behind him.
I work in Concord Station, categorizing relics. My job is to collect...
Nuzzi points upward.
Then the capsule takes the relics way up there, all the way to the spire, then to Crystal Sands by the funicular. They get auctioned off.
He offers you his binoculars once again.
Do you want to have a look at the spire? It's amazing. But then, you can look at the spire anytime.
Nuzzi looks from you to the capsule and to the landing terminal entrance. He flings his arms up.
Oh, mi scusi. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You'd better get going or you'll be late for check-in. Yeah, the storm is growing stronger.
The white muttered.
Vaya con la cúpula, chaval. Menuda. Menuda. Uf. Vale.
hope to see you again soon.
Vale.
Oh, never thought this would happen. Be kind, please. Don't touch this. It's mine.
Ah, este es el que bajó conmigo en
Glad to meet you.
el ascensor. Vale.
I hope to see you again soon. Mr. Rayhead, would you bring me a cup of coffee, please? Colleague? Well, never mind.
Su modo... Coño. Son baterciellos. ¿Cómo coño lo cojo? Vale. RB. Vale, hay que mantener. Vale. Vale. A cagar. ¿Eso qué es? Ganzúa, mira que bien. Vale. Se supone que orinó. Vale. Lavabos. ¿Eso qué coño es? Zumbido silencioso. Aspiradora. Ah, una aspiradora, vale. Vale. Sin más. ¿Qué va? No compro una puta mierda. Yo ni qué dinero tengo.
Oh, never thought this would happen. Stop fiddling with the lock.
Nada.
Hello, come up
Hello.
to the desk, please. I'll register you.
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his desk with a bored, hot. Noticing your silvery uniform, he offers up his best artificial smile.
Welcome. My name's Dean Rayhead. It's my job to help our new employees settle in. Please.
The administrator slaps himself on the forehead.
I almost forgot the regulation pre-registration greeting.
Rayhead produces a reel-to-reel tape recorder from beneath the desk, rewinds the tape to the beginning, and presses play. Solemn music begins to play, and the administrator's face takes on a serious expression. The administrator clears his throat and continues.
By joining our company, you choose the path of science and progress. You are among mankind.
Dean squints down at the monitor.
Deserve this title. Do your job honestly. Obey the law. Respect your colleagues and...
The music fades, and the administrator finishes his speech.
And together we will build the best possible future for all mankind.
Pues nada.
Dean puts the tape recorder away.
Now that we're done with the official greeting, I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
The committee ads didn't lie. The interior of Concord Station looks just like the glossy brochure. The high ceiling is finished with matte light panels. The floor is slightly scratched, but nevertheless washed to a mirror finish. Lights gleam soothingly. It's clean, cozy, and bright. Dean taps his... Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod. You squeeze into the narrow window. Rayhet scans the computer screen.
So your position in the waiting list was 63.
Dean snaps the docking port of your... The administrator returns your Selectron.
So, colleague, you now have first-level clearance, which gives you access to the archives on the administrative level, the warehouses, and basically everywhere else except the secure facilities. You also have admin privileges at most terminals.
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival. Do you want to hear all the...
Rayhet nods and points at the ceiling. Dean extends his second finger.
Second, weapons. Ms. Margarita Takachenko is the clerk at the armory.
The administrator straightens his third finger.
According to the late...
Dean extends his fourth finger and looks at you meaningfully.
Did I tell you about the combat and tactical training? And finally, science is the overarching purpose behind everything we do here. Go to Professor Van Alden and learn how to study relics, avoid anomalies, and catalog scientific knowledge. This training is mandatory for all wings, not just White.
Dean finishes. Dean catches himself.
Oh, and when you're done with your trainings, proceed to the waiting room. From there, you'll travel to Magellan by bus.
He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it. As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly remembers.
Just great, Mr. Mudd. Hey, I saw that.
A su madre. Nada de manera de hackearlo, chico. Hay otro aquí.
Nobody taught you that hacking someone else's computer is wrong?
Meca, no sé cómo cojones... Ah. Meca, no sé qué hice ahora, tío. Cambié el modo de juego, Ah, es con el... Vale. Con la setica.
Just great, Mr. Mod DJ. Come back again.
Vale. ¿Cuál puedo usar esto? No está usando el objeto. A ver. Ah, es con esto. ¿Qué es esto? Vale. Nada, no me deja hackear nada. No tengo nivel suficiente.
Just great, Mr. Mod DJ.
Así
With
que
luck
nada.
like yours, I wouldn't spend any money on the lottery.
Horrible. Vale. Sigamos. Todo propaganda.
I'm listening.
¿Qué es esto? Retal de tela. Cualquier cosa mía. Que la alergia a la señora
It
esta
was
de...
nice chatting.
A ver. Bueno, sigue quemando el dedo de la madre que me parió. A ver este qué dice.
Behind the storage counter, you see a small, neat guy.
Comercial.
His gingery hair shines with something like brilliantine. His badge says, Sidney Maynard. The silver perks up at your approach. A thick logbook appears at once from under the counter. Sidney puts on thick glass. The silver finally stops and pins down a particular page with his finger.
This is your first...
Maynard adjusts his glasses in a businesslike manner.
Before I give you the uniform, please listen to these.
Sidney fiddles with his hairstyle.
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Life under the dome can be dangerous. You may
Vale,
get
amigo.
shot. That's why it's important to wear protective equipment when traveling outdoors. Of course, in hazardous situations, the equipment will
Vale.
get damaged, and
He points back at the shelves behind him.
we've got repair kits for this gear. There are Blue Wing specialists ready to help you at any large base.
Sidney rests the logbook on the desk.
That's all the instructions. Now, I'm going to issue your uniform.
The silver disappears into the back for a while and returns with unfolding the package. Maynard shows you a brand spanking, a silver suit jacket with coal black shirt and dark trousers. Sidney studies the way the light reflects from the cloth as he lovingly smooths the jacket with one hand. He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225,
Sidney hands you the package.
here's your uniform. Enjoy.
Sydney adjusts his glasses.
Sure, I'll show you what we've got. You know, we're pretty well stocked here in Concord. Take a look.
Sydney scribbles something in his logbook.
Please come back
Todo lo que
anytime
tiene.
if you need something.
Carga más 5. Bueno, tampoco es que... Si esos son huecos o... Sí, no, claro. Iniciativa más 3. Genial. Mola. De momento no voy a comprar nada. De momento. ¿Tú qué es? Nada. Soldados.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
¿Lo que es?
Anything urgent, Mr. Krachkov?
Did you mark it as class 1 again instead of 2? Look, here's the scanner data. It says the relic is a scientific device.
Wait, but it's
Lobby.
still class 1. I'm not going to violate protocol.
Katarzyna, my dear, you may violate protocol as long as it benefits the company. Take your lead from your
Ya miraré el otro lado después. No sé cómo coño... Vale. Esto es como en el... ¿Cómo se llama este? El Wasteland. Si no recuerdo mal, también tienes una pala. Vale. Bien. Nada. ¿Buscas más? No. No hay nada. Lo más que buscas no aparece. Grasa y esto que es cerillo. Hombre, mira qué bien, ¿qué es esto? Arma cuerpo a cuerpo, el que no. No tengo habilidad. Cuerpo a cuerpo. Gate free. A la pista de aterrizaje, Vale. Water. Attention, attention. Mapa. Vale. ¿Puedo entrar o no? Vale, no, tendría que andar. Uf, me parece muy riesgoso con esa tía ahí dando vueltas. No lo veo, No lo veo, amigos. No lo veo. Oh, sí lo veo. Vamos a probar, ¿qué cojones? Voy a guardar aquí rápidamente. A ver si soy capaz de hack. Ándale. Córrele, córrele. La madre que lo parió. Está cerrado. Vale, espérate. Pues ahora sí me pilla. Bueno, ya lo venderé luego, o lo que sea.
Ed, spit it out. I can see that something's bothering you.
Well, it's a bit of a private matter, you see.
God. Come on already.
Welcome to the Dome,
can't
an
just
amazing
hand Miss
excursion to a
Norway
world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen.
Howdy.
Remember. Madre mía. Vale.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Madre mía, una estafa piramidal. La polla, me enteré. Ajá.
See ya.
¿Esto qué es? Lobby.
Welcome under the dome. An amazing excursion to a world of technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization.
Attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Vale, vale.
Listen to this information.
Why, now it's classified as Group 2. They bring such cool stuff from Nashville. Employee, please come here. There's an urgent task for you. How can I help?
Yeah. No sé si entrar o no entrar. Qué cuestión. Ahí está la chicha del asunto. Vale. No sé, tío.
Oh, good day. I hope to see you again soon.
Seguro. La verdad es que joder, con el ratón es mejor.
Good day. Come back again.
A ver, mapa. Vamos a ver, vale, estoy llegando al final de esta zona. Por ahí no puedo pasar. Nada. Espera.
The giant display glows welcome. A gray old man with high cheekbones. He leans close to the camera, his glasses glittering.
My name is Martin Kingsley. I'm Chief Officer of Magellan Base.
He reaches for something out of view and produces a thin folder with your name on the cover. Apparently, your file. He marks one of the pages with a pencil.
Silverwing. Colleague, I'll be honest with you. It's crucial for me to know my managers. So I'm asking you straight. Why did you choose a career?
The administrator jots down a word or two.
All right.
Kingsley closes the file and folds his hands in front of it.
Thank you for your reply. I learned a little more about you. Now I want you to learn a little bit more about us. Keep in mind, this is not a rehearsed speech.
He assumes a serious expression.
When the dome was discovered in 1971, it became a scientific and media sensation.
Kingsley drums his fingers on the unseen desk, his gaze focused somewhere beyond.
I see. You were enticed here by radio advertising, telefilms, and all those interviews, billboards at every turn. Cronus wants the world to...
You can't make out his eyes behind the glare on his spectacles, but he seems to be staring directly at you.
Here's the truth. Nobody was waiting for us inside the dome. It's neither a treasury of technologies nor a cemetery of the ancients.
He looks back at your file.
I say, do what must be done. Because that's what the concept of the 5 wings is all about.
Kingsley points at the camera.
You're from Silverwing. Special requirements are imposed upon you. You must direct others whilst having no real power. You must provide an illusion of might and well-being, and be honest and wise enough to reconcile your actions with your conscience, no matter that one clashes directly with the other.
Putting the folder aside, he sits back and stares at you in silence. It gets so quiet that the ticking of a clock can be heard through the speakers. Kingsley sighs quietly.
You were probably waiting for some boilerplate welcome speech, but I prefer to talk about real-world problems. Glad...
Martin nods slowly.
I apologize once again for this long-distance meeting.
He moves closer to the camera.
I'm going to...
Kingsley's face freezes on screen.
I have an urgent mission for an employee of your background and qualifications.
Martin noisily clears his throat.
Maybe you've heard about Nashville Base. While preparing...
The speakers produce a hollow click. Purple, gray, and black spots flicker on the screen. A blurred title, The Cronus Archive 1971 to 1974, was used in the production of this recording, appears at the bottom. The shadow of an airplane flies across a faded yellow desert. A cheery voice fills the room. Every day, our researchers uncover more. The desert dims into the black of a chalkboard. White lines drawn by an invisible hand begin to sketch a schematic of the dome. The narrator continues. By 1972, however, the picture changes to a chasm suffused with electric light. People bustling about everywhere. The speaker's voice seems to come from a distance. In November of 1973, a massive network of underground caves and a structure of hitherto unseen complexity was discovered. The camera glides through dim caverns as the silhouettes of bizarre mechanisms emerge. The speaker continues. C-12 Nashville is an innovative The film abruptly cuts out, and Kingsley's face reappears.
The rest of this information is classified. Hopefully you get the main idea. Nashville is a very special place, requiring people with both special qualifications and special clearance level, though yours will do for your task.
Martin adjusts his glasses.
So, the task. Nashville Base stopped transmitting and receiving signals yesterday evening. A reconnaissance group was sent out earlier today, but we haven't heard anything from them yet either.
The chief officer rubs his forehead.
Normally, I would never give this task to a newcomer like yourself, but I just don't have enough people.
He looks down at the documents again.
Furthermore, the group was lacking someone with your specialization. I thought the mission would be quite straightforward and didn't send any administrative personnel. Now I suspect the Nashville situation may be much more complicated.
Kingsley is looking into the camera once more.
Your task is to get to Nashville, figure out whatever's behind the communication problem, get in touch with the group, and work with them to solve the problem.
The chief officer carefully returns the documents to the folder. You notice his hands tremble slightly.
Go downstairs. The truck must be waiting for you in storage. This task is urgent, but a small delay...
The silver blows out a tired breath. Kingsley's hand reaches toward...
Having a bad day? Squander. Hey, can you spare a cig? I'll have a puff to pass the time until the storm ends, and then go.
It's my last one.
You're heartless, Ulf. Did I tell you that before? Well, I'm telling you again.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
I'm listening.
Come back again.
Por vacilar aquí al señor me la lié. Bueno, no pasa nada. Así es la vida. Nada. Joder, va a mirar. Ah, no, es para otra vez. Cerillas. Bueno, 50 cerillas.
Good day. Good day. Have a good one.
No me metas miedo, cabrón. No sé cómo se puede correr aquí. Bueno, ya va corriendo, qué cojones. Attention, son pistolas y todo esto. No me dieron ningún tipo de... No. Vale. ¿Qué pasa aquí?
The lock's been broken. I hope they didn't take anything.
¿Qué pasa?
Well?
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Scram.
Pero no entiendo de qué se me acusa.
Not now.
Ah, esta es la que se enfadó conmigo. El preso, como el expresidiario, o sea... Vale, bien, bien, bien. Pues... A ver. Eso está...
Attention, attention.
Vamos para el otro ala.
Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Maynard puts his glasses on again. The silver assumes a serious expression.
There's nothing I can do about that. It's a result of the recent cost optimization. Luckily, you can purchase these items from me.
Casco.
At market price.
Sidney scribbles something in his
Joder,
logbook.
pero es que...
Please come back anytime if you need something.
Bueno, mira. Tan mal. ¿Esto qué es? Equipo eléctrico. No vale nada. Tela me la guardo porque... Vale. Sí, pero vamos a ver. Joder, no me dicen... Aparatos más 10.
Attention, attention.
Huh.
Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Está guay, Pues... Carga más 3. La cintura de momento me la ahorro. Vale. A ver. Mira qué pinta eso. Hombre, no me jodas. No me jodas. Con ese spin, eso. ¿Dónde vamos? Vale, vamos para aquí. Esto que es cerrado. A ver, lo hice aquí. Uy, vale.
The smell of good tobacco wafts off this tall, portly woman from a meter away. A black lacquered pipe. The woman fixes her coppery hair with one hand and casually lights. Margarita thumbs back a couple of pages and she glances at her Kairos, looks at you, snorts, and retreats to the shelves. Tukachenko returns a couple of minutes later, carrying something that looks more like a toy than a... The weapon seems weightless as she spins it around her finger.
I ain't telling you shit about this thing, cause that's exactly how much I know. Laser, schmazer, cadmium battery, fiberglass...
Unperturbed, the black covers the weapon she's just put on the counter with her large, soft hand. The woman pauses. Margarita disappears. A couple of minutes later, she puts the gun on the counter and strokes the Bakelite grip with a... The black draws the slide with a snap. Pops out the magazine. The black, who just put the weapon on the counter, frowns and pushes it toward you.
One change is enough. I've got things to do, you know.
Margarita drags on her pipe and Tukachenko tamps down her tobacco.
Nice accuracy.
The black points at a poster on the wall behind her. The armorer shrugs, puffing indifferently on her pipe.
It's the least I could do. We have a requisition list from the Silvers. For free, you receive... Wait a minute. Sign your name here in the meantime.
Margarita reaches under her counter and produces a set of ammunition.
A new set of ammo is issued for every task, but there's so much bureaucracy you'll go daft. Expenditure report.
Leaning over the counter, the black points somewhere off to one side.
Now it's time for the training. Botherby is already waiting for you. But before the training zone, go see that wizard guy with his toothpicks. Be careful around him, though. Don't let him pitch you a line. Psychic my ass.
She winces in disgust.
Handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Vale. Vamos. Antes de la zona de entrenamiento. Al mago con los palillos de dientes. No te creas sus mentiras. Medium y una mierda. Medium. Entonces es... Plata, no, el como... Sí, plata. Vale, vale. Muy bien. Vale.
I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
A ver. Vale. Bueno, pues bien.
I hate those oranges. What the hell do they break lock?
An engineer in a bright blue jacket is tinkering with the door lock, cursing under his breath non-stop. Blowing a curly strand of hair off his forehead, he turns to you.
You're a newcomer, right? It's a straight-up open house here today.
He offers you his hand. According to his badge, this is Maxim Penkovsky, technician. The technician slaps the door with one hand.
You have to wait until I'm done. Some orange jammed up the lock with chewing gum just for a laugh. They're like animals, those oranges.
Penkovsky grunts angrily.
I wish I could. I'm gonna have to disassemble, clean...
Maxim extracts a thin, sharp, precision probe from behind his ear.
Though there's another way. You want to learn something about picking locks? It's a useful skill in all sorts of situations.
He looks at you, the blues getting excited.
All right, looky here.
Penkovsky presses his pick lock, and an odd device resembling a hybrid of a screwdriver and a can opener into your hand.
Using a mechanical pick lock is easy peasy. No special skill required. They wear out after a few locks. While the old-fashioned kind is another thing entirely. Cheap, one use. But one has to know...
He gives you a quick lesson on how to pick a lock.
By the way, you can carry your tools in your belt. It's much handier to have them right there.
Penkovsky shows you his utility belt, where he keeps all kinds of tools and gadgets.
Todo en el cinturón va mejor en la vida. Bien, continue.
Actually, finding tools under the dome is no problem at all. There are even devices for hacking terminals and so on.
Maxim hoists up his belt. The blue solemnly raises his index finger.
And one more thing. Always use brand name stuff if you can. Groovy produces good kits. Modus and Supercolor do too.
He looks at the door again.
Damn these locks. Though I'd rather be doing this than fixing hab pods.
Penkovsky gives you a patronizing look.
Because they're poorly made, warped from the heat, and the filters aren't worth a damn. The mod...
Vale.
I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it.
Penkovsky gives you an appraisal.
I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word.
And receive a colorful leaflet.
Vamos a ver si me sale con la ganzúa.
Just don't forget to pick up your uniform
Welcome
and
under the
weapons.
dome, an amazing
It'll be
excursion
awkward
to
for
a
you
world
if the
of
door
new
gets stuck
technology
again.
and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Vale. Vamos. Espérate, que esto no lo mire.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to
Well, you've got quite an aura. You're a natural. Yes.
A lean silver with thick black hair and a huge cigar clamped in his teeth is sitting in front of you. As you approach, he flashes a sly grin and slowly raises. Something really weird happens.
You?
All the paper clips, pencils, scattered toothpicks, and bits of trash float up from the table and hang in the... You thrust your hand forward, and your outspread fingers emit barely visible sparks of energy. The silver sticks out his lower lip as if to say,
Here for the briefing, huh? Shall we get to it?
He takes the cigar out of his mouth and exhales a lush cloud of smoke. The silver props his elbows on the table.
Anyway, here's the deal. It's more profitable for people with a high psyche to study psionics. Give me your hand.
Not waiting for an answer, he grabs you. Andre gropes your hand with an expression of fierce concentration.
So, do you practice? Bells, bulbs, brushing
The
mugs?
silver takes a thin glove covered in talc from his desk and passes it to you. He counts off on his fingers.
Learn psionics. Put on the glove. Transform energy into the necessary shape. That's the whole brief.
Mihai spreads his hands good-naturedly as if to say, "You're welcome." The toothpicks on the table skitter around for a moment, arranging themselves into a curse word. The silver laughs loudly at his joke. The cigar falls from his mouth to float. It doesn't take the psychic long to think of something. The ruined coin drops into a glass already almost full. You don't have to ask him twice. The filament begins to glow faintly. Soon, in a little over a second, the silver laughs contentedly. In reply, Andre jumps up from his armchair. The unexpected question calls a bunch of different numbers to mind, but you can't. The silver looks into your eyes.
3, 14, 13, 76.
He easily names every number you've got in mind.
Oh, vaya crack.
Mihai shakes his head wearily.
No, enough tricks.
The silver takes a pull at his cigar and releases a self-important puff of smoke.
Psionics.
Mihai spreads
Vaya,
his
hombre,
dark
pasa sin querer.
hands. Toothpicks hover around his head in a kind of halo.
Scientists say everyone has an organic skill called
Welcome under the dome.
Mihai, the silver,
psion.
Mihai.
Riddles of an ancient
What?
civilization.
No me digas.
Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a color.
Be kind, please. Don't
Be
touch
kind.
this.
No,
It's
no.
mine.
Perdón.
Excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Vale.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat, bathed in the dim lamplight. He almost appears to be hovering above the lab. The man turns at your footsteps. He's holding a paper clipboard and a pencil. He glances from you to the glittering watch on his wrist. Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand. The amiability in Van Olden's eyes winks out like a light. The scientist puts the clipboard. He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this briefing, I have to touch on a large number of topics. Therefore, I will do so very briefly.
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons. The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening? Scan everything that might be of...
He places a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an anomaly by throwing a bolt into it.
Eso como en el Stark.
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the allotted span of time.
Sebastian snorts skeptically.
Oh, great. You're even ignorant of the basics. Minerva is a mainframe located at Magellan Base, where you'll be going soon, by the way. The Minerva disk stores the database containing every piece of information about the Dome and the company's employees. It is thanks to this scanning that the database is constantly updated. Are you ready for the second part of the briefing, or...
The White scowls in annoyance.
Do you know anything at all? What did you come under the Dome for anyway? You get knowledge points for scanning objects. For scanning anomalies and relics, you receive 4 father points. Scanning the company's property and employees, living or dead, earns you Chronos knowledge points. You can exchange knowledge points for medication and equipment as part of the volunteer research program. Are you ready for the next part? The clock is ticking.
The instructor taps his watch meaningfully. Sebastian pulls a scanner from his pocket.
I will demonstrate this only once. To switch on the scanner, press the button on the right side of the manipulator housing.
Van Olden turns on the scanner and continues.
My advice is to...
He turns the screen so you can see it.
The scanner automatically transmits data to the Minerva. You'll need some one-use stimulator injectors, bandages to stop bleeding, and anti-radiation agents and radio protectors, including air...
He produces a black-capped, transparent plastic jar out of his pocket.
According to protocol, you should have this medicine.
The researcher winces.
Why do I have to spell out every single thing for you? Take a bolt, throw it at the anomaly, and it goes off. Any more questions?
The scientist glances at his watch again.
You're within...
He rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies.
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Welcome under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
No, no hace nada de eso. What?
Glad to meet you.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Madre mía. Horror.
Come back again.
Nuevo fricazo.
The detailed plans are ready, and according to them, there will soon be a real resort city in the west, with bars, casinos.
How can I help?
told you.
Glad to meet you.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
LeGrand, and the dome from the inside.
And I was starting to get bored.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dome from the inside with me, Victoria LeGrand. As you can see, there are endless salt plants in the western region behind me. The sun reflects blindingly from the salt, and the air is as dry as a nut.
Hello again.
And I fully agree with you. And I was starting to get bored.
Bueno.
Have a good one. Sipping a margarita right on this spot. Sounds like a sci-fi story, but we aren't strangers to sci-fi here. The detailed plans are ready, and according to them, there will soon be a real resort city in the West. With bars, casinos, spas, and therapeutic saunas. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here.
A middle-aged black is sitting behind the counter with his Botherby frowns as you approach.
Your first act is being late for the briefing. You going to be late for your funeral as well?
The black looks you over.
Yes, I see the weapon received check mark. Looks like
Botherby leans over the counter and directs you to the doors.
Behind
he raises his index finger.
The conditions in the training zone closely simulate those one would experience in the field.
You're pulling a notepad from his pocket. The instructor jots down your name.
Your goal is to hit 3 targets.
Vale. Vea. Esta calle. Un momento. Vale. Es un arma entonces, vale. No. Espera aquí. Vale. Bueno. Ah.
But what if I told you that in a year you'll be lying by a swimming pool, sipping a margarita right on this spot? Sounds like a sci-fi story, but we aren't strangers to sci-fi. Remember, the detailed plans are ready.
Objetivo equivocado. Vale.
With bars, casinos, spas, and therapeutic saunas. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Adiós, ¿dónde estoy? Cabrón. Venga, que viene con el palo. Toma, cabrón. Vale. Vale.
Botherby nods grandly.
You made it through training without making...
Bueno.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dome from the inside with me, Victoria LeGrand.
Está todo cerrado. Vale. Ay, ay, ay. Vale. Vale. Vale, pues listo. Vale, esto vale para reliquias. Vale.
Hey, you're at it again, asshole.
Okay, you got me, Butch. Old habits.
What do you want?
Vale. Como los chinos. Bueno, vamos a jugar a los chinos. Va. Me voy a quedar. Siete, dice él. Más 9, ¿viste? Y de 4. Es que es jodido esto. Cagada. ¿Me dejarán cambiar? No, no creo que me vayan a dejar. Creo que 5 podría ser. Tres, chaval. Oh, la puta. Diez. Ocho. 10. Está jugando fuerte, ¿eh? Que puede ser cualquier cosa. Vale, está cagado otra vez. 9. Una liada. Vale, tengo 3 G3. Puede ser. Cinco. ¿Cómo lo voy a ganar? No, espera, espera. Me estoy cagando porque... Bueno, eran 2. Joder. Qué cansino. Dos, chaval. Oh, la puta. Oh, eso es un coñazo, Vale, Patrick. Ah, no. Vale. Nada. Nada y nada. Agarrado, bien agarrado, Bueno. A ver aquí qué hay.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, dumb. Hi there.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage,
Come back again.
forfeit. Remember, our
¿Cómo es el sigilo, tío? ¿Qué es esto? Ah. Aquí. H.
Hey, you better not try to swipe anything around here.
Puta. Me cago en la puta, ¿cómo voy a...? Sí, pero es que si no se mueve. Ah, igual puedo pasar, poder pasar a los zorris así. Hace gato, Forcejeo, ¿Dónde vais, tío?
Horizon seems to be clear.
What have you got, Ketch?
Landing zone is clear. No idiots. Over.
Copy, Ketch. Launching the cargo pod. Call the workers.
Claro, no.
Wow, look what the wind blew in. I hope to see you again soon.
Le vale, a mí qué coño me importa que le vale. Si le vale o no le vale. Tabú.
This is the dome from the inside, with me, Victoria LeGrand. As you can see, there are endless sunspots in the west and behind me. The sun reflects blindingly from the...
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization.
You'll say. I fully agree with you. And receive a Please stand by for decontamination to end. Sipping a margarita right on this spot. Sounds like a sci-fi story, but we aren't strangers to sci-fi here. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Toss-up journal entry. A successful scanning attempt. You're doing all right so far. Go ahead. I'll keep an eye on you and make sure you don't screw it up. Journal entry. 2 objects scanned. And again, watch out for anomalies. Touch one and you'll be injured. Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge it.
No sé dónde está. Ah, sí. Muy bien, muy guapo.
Sounds like a sci-fi story, but we aren't strangers.
Radiation sickness will not add to your journal entry. All 3 objects have been successfully scanned.
Vale. Bueno, nada, no dura una mierda.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dome from the inside.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology.
Mira qué bien.
Welcome into the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information.
Just. No a descansar, no todavía.
Hiya.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention, attention.
See ya.
Handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Welcome under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information.
Please stand by for decontamination to end. Pans in the western region behind me. The sun.
An amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Welcome. We are pros, your reliable guide to the world of the future. When the dome was found, a small research camp was built nearby. Thanks to the efforts of our brave men, it had soon become a city. But that was only the beginning. Around the aperture at the top of the dome, transistor stations were
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Mr. Rayhead, would you bring me a cup of coffee, please? I hope to see you again soon.
Attention, please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Just great.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Have a good one.
Around the aperture at the top of the dome, a transition station is erected.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
And receive a colorful leaflet.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet. Oh, hello there!
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Bye-bye!
And according to them, there will soon be a real resort city in the West. I don't know about you, but
Attention. Please handle relics carefully.
New world technology.
Your life will be forfeit.
Yo no sé qué secreto habré descubierto. Thor. Attention.
Handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Vale.
Hello again. See ya.
Have a good one.
A ver. Ah. No sé cómo se iniciaba la misión. Ah.
Good day to you. It's nice.
Madre mía. Bueno, yo lo voy a dejar aquí.
The highway leading to C-12 Nashville is blocked by an anomalous storm, and you're forced to detour over a mountain pass. Soon, the radiator boils over, and you have to stop.
Vaya por... Bueno. Pues nada, está guapo, tío. ¡Está guapo! No puede ser de otra manera. Así que nada. En otro momento más. Hala, chao, chao.